I'm excited about this one. We have Pitt at West Virginia. It's a backyard brawl, nasty rivalry. For those watching us, I have my towel from last year's event that I was at in Pittsburgh right above my shoulder here. Pittsburgh is a 1-point favorite on the road in Morgantown, has an over-under 50 points. Game kicks off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC. That game that I was at, Pitt won at home with a late pick six. I was impressed with Heinz Field or Acrisure, or whatever they're calling it these days. It was a great game, a great atmosphere, but now they hit the road. West Virginia's quarterback, Garrett Green. I said all offseason, don't know much about this guy. Turns out he's actually not bad. 0 turnover-worthy throws so far. Almost 12 average depth of target, both pretty good. Good mix of aggression down the field, but also taking care of the football. And even against Penn State, who is one of the better defenses and defensive secondaries, 0 turnover-worthy throws so far. But he's also got a sub 60% completion, so a little bit of a gunslinger mentality there for Garrett Green. Defense is the issue for West Virginia so far. Penn State moved the ball at will when they wanted to. You saw it at the end of the game when West Virginia got the 2-point conversion and James Franklin said, "Oh, no, you don't," and marched the ball downfield with the backups and scored quite easily. Pitt is coming off a disappointing performance last week on the CW. If you were looking for that game and couldn't find it, it's because it was, on the CW. Completely forgot they were putting games on that channel. It was against Cincinnati at home, and they lost. Could have been a prime look-ahead spot there. I actually outlined that in my weekly upsets article at thelines.com, which, by the way, 2 outright upsets of the 4 picks last week and 4-0 against the spread. So, hey, if you're looking for maybe some upsets to throw a little bit of pizza money on, we're on a little bit of a heater over there. Pitt's offensive line just did not get a push against Cincinnati at all. And I know that they have Dante Corleone and a pretty good defensive front, but I expect a little bit more from the Panthers in that regard. 46% of their runs that game were stuffed at 2 or fewer yards. Pat Narduzzi, he's back, baby. The offense strikes again. Phil Dragovic has just been awful. Sub 50% completion. The team's 92nd in pass EPA, 111th in passing success rate. Just gross. Just awful. Pat Narduzzi setting football back 150 years in Pittsburgh. But they can get back on track against this West Virginia secondary if he so chooses to throw.
The backyard brawl, Brett. You said it. I love this game. I will never forget 2007. Number 2, West Virginia, Pat White, Steve Slayton, chance to book their place in the BCS National Championship game. All they had to do was beat 4-7 Pitt at home. They fall 13-9. Final dagger from the curse of the number 2 that year. So many number 2s go down. I believe the number 1 team went down that week as well, actually. I think it was Missouri. They lost to Oklahoma in the Big 12 championship game or just in a Big 12 game. That year was crazy. This game is crazy. I love this game, and I project it to be a close one this year. My numbers have Pitt -1.5, 54% win expectancy. Pitt came into the year with a 6.7 power rating and ranked number 37. Panthers are now power rated 6.5 and ranked number 38. Virtually unchanged on both fronts. West Virginia is in a similar boat. They started the year with a 1.9 rating and number 55 national ranking. Their K-Forward rating has actually improved slightly to 2.6. Their corresponding ranking has fallen to number 58. So, important reminder here, I'm going to say it probably once a week, rating is more important than ranking. So, Mountaineers fans, if you're going to be, excited or upset, you should be slightly pleased, if anything, following the 1-1 start to the year. West Virginia has the best unit on the field in this game. They're number 41 offense by my numbers. That matches up well with the Pitt defense that I have number 46. The difference for me in this game is the West Virginia defense. They're the worst on the field, ranked number 83, having to go up against that Pitt offense that I have number 43. Yes, it's in Morgantown. Yes, it's a huge rivalry game. I'm giving the slight edge to the Panthers here with the numbers. But again, it's basically a toss-up. It's a rivalry game. It's on the road. Anything can happen. Bottom line, I have Pitt -1.5, 46% chance for West Virginia to get the win at home. It won't make up for 2007, but it's always good to beat your rival.
Yeah, I'm right in step with you there. My numbers favor Pitt by about 2. I'd probably lean more of a live opportunity to bet them, though, since you're not really getting a great number and 0 is just a truly dead number in that case. I don't hate finding an alternate line. -6.5, maybe something, get a little bit of juice behind it. Couple of reasons for that. One, West Virginia fans are going to be up for this game. It's a nasty, personal rivalry. People say some mean things to me. Things I have not ever heard at a college football game. And Kelly, I've been to a lot of them all around the country. They say some nasty stuff to each other. But you know what? They're just not backing the coach right now. They're done with Neil Brown. They've been done with Neil Brown since when I went against Baylor like week 5 or 6 last year. It was in October last year, and they were already done with him. I feel like the end is near for Neil Brown. He looked not competitive against Penn State. This is a program that the numbers can say it. Pitt's favored by 2, but the reason I take an alternate line because I think that West Virginia, the way that their coaching staff is right now and the regression that they've made coming into this year, maybe not by your numbers, but offensively, this is a prime team to quit on their coaching staff. And if they're going to quit on their coaching staff, it's against a team that does not like them, that will not take them lightly, that will want to walk into Morgantown and beat them by 40. I'm not saying that Pitt can or will do that, but if you're looking for an opportunity to bet an alternate line, I know the numbers don't exactly say it, but that's probably where I'm leaning, if anything, pregame, just because I do think that the collapse, it's a fragile ecosystem in Morgantown right now. And I've said it, their bye week's coming up after they play TCU in a few weeks here. I think that's probably the end of the road for Neil Brown if he doesn't completely turn this team around overnight. So give me an alternate line on that one. 6.5. If you want to go higher, 9.5 if you're getting crazy. Anything below, just a half tick below that key figure.
There's only one game all year, Brett, moving forward that my numbers favor West Virginia by more than a field goal. Only one game. That would be week 10 by 5 at home to BYU. Other than that, you're a field goal or less favorite or an underdog. Projected win total is 5.
Not great. Not great.